Okay, hi everyone listening in. It's great to be here today. My name is Nick Campbell from Incling, and thank you, Ray. It's a pleasure to be here and for this new MR session. We're very excited to be delving into Inkling's latest AI features and share all the hard work our team has been doing in this space. As we all know, AI is a game changer for our industry, offering huge efficiencies and streamlining insight workflows, democratizing the analysis and insight gathering process within organizations. So today we're going to share a bit more about Inkling's approach to all this, with a particular focus on what, for me personally, has been some of the most surprising actually impact of AI, which is around the idea of using AI and automation to accelerate and really power international research. So let's jump straight in, and I look forward to some questions at the end. So in case you don't know too much about Inkling, we're a team of digital research experts that specialize in online communities of all shapes and sizes. We were set up in 2013 by our founder, Juliette Pascal, who had a vision to shake things up and offer a more flexible and easier way to run online qual and online qual communities. Now, Inkling's aim has always been to be the best platform partner for qual researchers, and that's very much the ethos that's gone into shaping the design of our platform. It's a very easy to use, flexible toolkit that genuinely helps uncover very rich, authentic human insight and experiences across a number of different activity types and touch points with consumers. What that means in practice really is that it offers our clients, through the combination of our different task types, a whole breadth of research possibilities. Everything from rich mobile ethnographies and concept testing through to video focus groups in live user testing sessions. All of this is run on our homegrown community platform, fully optimized for mobile and can be accessed across any device.
Okay, so why international research and what's the role of AI in supporting this type of work and in particular analysis? Now, international research has its own unique set of challenges. The notion of working across languages and having to deal with the translation, transcription of media can be very time consuming and, of course, expensive. The need to, even after the research has ended, sometimes lean on the moderators and those involved in the research at a local level, which of course are very important for providing that rich contextual, analysis at its core, but leaning on them for everything from a top line to just getting a sense of what is coming out of the community can be very expensive as we're really buying their time. And thirdly, the idea of the language barriers for wider teams can make it very difficult to just follow the insight, to disseminate the insight very quickly, and to not be able to engage teams, stakeholders, clients, colleagues in the insight and the journey as it's happening. Now, Inkling's platform comes included with a whole suite of analysis tools that are free and unlimited to use as part of every project, and they're all designed to help make the analysis process of rich, detailed qual data as quick and efficient yet robust as possible. Now, today I don't have time to go through all of the features that you can see here on screen, but I did want to hone in on three essential tools that are really helping accelerate and optimize global research. Now, the combination of both AI thematic summaries, which I'll go into in a minute, as well as the idea of applying auto translation and auto transcription to your qual data, can really transform a situation where you're experiencing some of those global challenges around cost efficiencies, around time efficiencies, around being able to disseminate that insight very quickly, to a place where actually you're saving a huge amount of time and cost. You're in a position where your platform can actually give you instant insight across the markets of what's coming out. And the beauty is that actually you can bring your colleagues and clients on the journey with you, and they can follow along as the research happens, increasing engagement in the insight overall. Now, just a recap of what the aim and role of AI Summaries is. AI Summaries auto-generates a thematic summary within minutes in the platform within the task. It's designed to write the thematic summary with participant quotes included to support each theme. And that's an important element, which we'll go on to in the demo, allowing you to sense check, quality check the insight generated from the AI summary with your own thematic analysis. As I said, it's simple to use. We've removed any need to input prompts. It all happens automatically in the back end once you generate AI summaries. And just to reassure again, everything is securely generated and GDPR compliant. No AI output is ever transferred to a third party, and your research data or participant PII is never transferred to a third party. Okay, let's look at it live in a platform. Now, we've set up AI to run on this demo platform and give you an idea of how it operates across a few different task types. So as you're running your community and you're running different activity types,
AI will be available at a task level for you to run and deliver an AI summary while your community is live. Now, here's our snacks test that we did internally, just to give you an idea of the output that we ended up creating. So you can see here all of our responses about our favorite treats and snacks as a as a team. You can see here AI summaries is very easy to generate. It's right here at a task level at the top right, and all you need to do is scroll up and click on the AI summaries tab. Now, the first thing you'll see is a pop-up message that just provides some reassurance around the data safety and GDPR compliance of the AI summaries. We've also put a note that AI summaries should be treated as a starting point to further the analysis. We're in no way claiming that the output of AI will be, every single answer and every single insight that you need to deliver the answers for your project. We are really seeing it as kind of level one analysis to really further and provide a stepping stone for your analysis. So as you see here, once you've clicked AI, it generates in a few minutes and provides a summary organized around themes with supporting quotes. Every single theme has the exact quotes that were used to inform that theme, providing a very clear data set to dig into further should you want to sense check, investigate further, and cross-compare the AI summary with your own analysis. As I mentioned, we've provided a hierarchy of themes in terms of mentions. So the more frequent themes are grouped together at the top, and the least frequent themes are grouped together at the bottom, with a mention counter to provide that weighting to each one. Okay, let's have a look at another task type and see how that plays out. So diving into a video task. Now, video tasks are, of course, all auto-transcribed, and so that every video that is loaded by participants comes with an automatic transcript underneath. As you can see here, Anna talking about her city in Manchester, the auto-transcription automatically generates, and that is the basis of the data set that is used to shape the AI summary. AI summaries on a video task is used to analyze the whole data set of all the participants that have loaded a video within that task. So as you can see here, if I scroll down, all of the videos within that task have their transcription, and that's what will be used to inform the AI summary into an aggregated thematic summary from the group. So clicking back to the top right, you can see again the thematic summary generated, taking on board the opinions from the whole group and the transcripts that were created. Now, one of the questions we get a lot is the AI summaries available across international communities in non-English? And the answer is yes. As you can see here, we run our platform in 30 plus languages, and AI is still integrated on non-English platforms. And here's how the technology would work in those cases. Any non-English data, so in this particular example, the German community, the auto-translated data set that happens in terms of the text data on Inkling's platform provides the English language data that the AI summaries would use. So once all of the participant responses are translated into English, that can then be used to generate an AI summary in English based on that translated data. Now, thinking about this need to really create optimizations and streamline that global analysis across languages, this is really where the combination of both auto-transcription, auto-translation come into force, and mixed with AI can really accelerate your insight and analysis process. So as you can see here, there's a French participant speaking in French through her video, and by toggling this, you get an automatic translation of the transcript into English. And it's this data set that then is used to generate the AI summary, meaning you can automate your analysis and thematic analysis at scale across international videos and delivering insight in English for the whole team to follow along and creating a great starting point for your analysis. Okay, well, that's everything from me. I'd love to take some questions and open the floor for discussion. So back over to you, Ray.
Thanks, Nick. And if you could turn on your camera, and I will do likewise. So we've got some questions coming through already. I'll
Great.
tackle the first language one and then the second language one. I didn't quite catch on the screen. Was Arabic one of the languages that it covered?
Yeah, absolutely. So Inkling's platform is available in Arabic as amongst our sort of 30 plus languages. So yes, we do run Arabic language communities. Yeah.
That's great. And it handles all that like right to left and stuff like that, which is
absolutely. And when
great.
we're doing our own setup, we've got our own strategies to sort of think the other way around. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a question from Aisha.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what platform or system it uses for transcription and how accurate that is? Because obviously a lot of it is going to depend on how good is that transcription from the video in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a journey to identify the best possible quality of transcription, and we've landed on, and we're quite transparent about the fact that we've integrated some more transcription services with Microsoft's API. They have the most extensive, amount of languages, but and then also dialects within languages. And so the transcription is very accurate. There's so many factors that influence the quality of that transcription. From the background noise to over talking to a stutter, that yes, there's an element of an interpretation from the machine, but we feel that it's also very important to not forget that as part of all this international research, the role of the local moderator, and actually there's lots of places within Inkling's platform where there's an opportunity to edit that transcript and course correct it. That's still hugely cheaper than leaning on somebody to actually do that first-hand thematic analysis, things like that, or do human transcription or translation. But so yes, there's ways essentially to course correct it and quality check it, so that you're providing a much more accurate and as accurate as possible transcript.
Fantastic. Could you describe a typical case usage, average sample size, average length of the exercise? Now, it says in the question survey, but I'm guessing most of the time we're talking discussions.
Yes, so Incling comes with 10 different task types, including survey as a task type within a community. So you can do your rich immersive qual studies, and you can scale it up to much bigger panels and communities. Now, a typical, I would say there's a breadth of typical projects. There's your average qual study, which might be a week or two, 2 to 3 hours of participant commitment for a quite intensive immersive study, through to something a little bit more longitudinal, which might be kind of a diary study or user tracking or UX study over a period of time. So we're talking most of the time within kind of a qual sample sizes between kind of 20, 30. Obviously for the US, we tend to go a bit bigger, maybe 60, 50 to be representative. But then it's worth noting that we also scale to larger customer communities and panels, to a few hundred, a few thousand. And build those from, for example, customer lists or any kind of sample source that you want to integrate with Incling. So really your offering, yeah, is pretty scalable from your day-to-day qual study through to much more of like a customer community kind of solution.
Can you combine all the data you've got for a particular project together in an integrated way, or a folder or something like that?
So as part of all of your communities, you have access to all of the tasks and research and the original data sets in your kind of archive space. And that allows you to actually run and continue to run AI summaries and the transcription, on that data that's been collected. Now you can kind of keep access to that. You can obviously export it as much as you want, whenever you want within the project. It's also worth noting that for video content, you can actually pull the videos into a showreels editor and kind of manipulate that data further, as well as another way to kind of access that media and stitch it together and rework it into Insight reels and edit. So yes, you can access it after the research, and you can export it, of course, at any time.
So in terms of the analysis, can you explain anything about how the AI operates? Does it go through themes, familiarization, coding, etc.?
Yeah. So it's all the prompt work happens at the back end. So there's a question here around prompts, and can kind of cover that as well. So it's all the prompt work has happened in the back end in terms of our development team, who have narrowed it down to very specific prompts that are designed to be optimized for that particular task type. So if it's interpreting video data, if it's interpreting more concept evaluation data, so that backend prompt is optimized to do, yes, a thematic analysis, which is designed to organize the mentions into themes based on weighting and frequency of that theme. So that's what the mentions counter does, and it provides a sense of weighting. We kind of approached it as if we were trying to get it to think like a qual researcher. We think of it kind of like as a junior analysis assistant. It's that kind of level of, getting all those themes, going through that bucketing exercise, and that's what the AI is really trained to do. So yes, it is predominantly like, a robust thematic grouping based on weighting and frequency of themes as that first analysis level. Yeah.
So we were doing this in the context of communities. Do these
Mm.
tend to be long-term communities? And if so, is there the prospect of highlighting people whose way of speaking is easier to transcribe than people who perhaps have very strong regional accents or just don't speak as clearly?
That would be probably done. So your first question is around longer term communities. So it would be specifically recruited communities for a period of 1 week to 2 weeks
Right.
of study, or longer term and growing kind of a panel of customers or around a particular segment or audience. I mean, the selection of participant quality in video or content would be probably a little bit more manual, because we found that's the best way to still have that human overlay of quality checking. And that's one of the, of course, the flip sides of all this is that for us as qual researchers, from our kind of bread and butter and perspective, that quality and accuracy of that original data is still the most important thing. So we do always keep that in mind, and we're very careful to kind of assess whether the AI has acknowledged all participant responses. If, for example, as you said, somebody's particular way of pronouncing on a video was not accurately reflected in the transcription, that's where that human overlay and analysis is still crucially important for qual work. As we know, that nugget of insight might be from what one specific person kind of said. Yes, the themes are great for telling that narrative, but we always have to go back to the original source data. So it's not the answer to everything, but it's that acceleration and that streamlining of the process. Absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic. We're almost out of time. There are some more
Yeah.
questions. So perhaps afterwards, Nick, you could hang around a bit and have a look in the chat and the Q&A and deal with the outstanding questions. But there is
Absolutely.
one more really important one. If somebody wants to try this, what should they do?
Sure. I'll pop my email in the chat, and we'd be happy to jump on a call. We can give you free access to a sort of demo platform for you to try things out. And yeah, happy to pick up directly.
Fantastic, Nick. Thank you for that. That was wonderful.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks, everyone.